What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the What a Juice channel. Welcome back to another episode of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Retro Fantasy Draft Rebuild here on Madden 21 on the PC. We are back, and I almost didn't want to record this this episode after what happened in the last one. The absolute utter collapse of not just me as a player, but as the entire team. We absolutely just sold beyond belief and just absolutely could not do anything in the last episode. And we end up losing 2 out of those 3 games that we played. And it didn't finish off very well. It didn't finish off on the happiest of notes. So hopefully in today's episode, we can change that with 3 straight victories. That's what we're going to go for today. If you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. Let's get into it. All right, here we are. We're playing the New York Jets in the first game of the episode. They are 1-5 right now on the season, which seems like it could be an easy game since we supposedly are the better team this year. But we all know my track record on this channel with going up against teams that have a worse record than me, like a losing record. I tend to play down to the competition and end up almost losing those games most of the time, and sometimes even actually losing. So it looks like my controller just went out. There we go. So hopefully that doesn't happen in today's episode, because we've got to go up against the Saints one more time. They were one of the teams that beat us in last episode. I'm pretty sure they were the team that absolutely just clapped our cheeks in the last episode. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. We are currently still the leader in the NFC South, but if we lose again to the Saints, then we're going to have 2 losses to them, and they're probably going to take the division for us. So we cannot have that. We have to beat them, and then we got to play the Falcons, who are 2-4. I think we should be able to beat them. Hopefully we will be able to. I mean, they're 2-4. We should be able to beat them. We're the better team. But we do have some notable things to talk about, because we have Andrew Whitworth, who finally discovered his hidden development, which is Superstar X Factor. Andrew Whitworth, our young left tackle. Well, he's not super young. He's 24 as a rookie. So our young left tackle has Superstar X Factor, and our young right tackle has Superstar. So I think this is what I predicted when I was talking about them in the last episode. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it was Superstar. Maybe I said Superstar and then Star. I cannot remember, but this is big. This is the best outcome you could ask for, other than obviously having Donald Penn have Superstar X Factor as well. So we've got our 2 young guys for the next decade at the corners of the offensive line. Everybody else on our team is old. LaDainian Tomlinson is 27, so he'll still be here. But Terrell Owens is probably going to retire pretty soon. Keyshawn's probably all of our wide receivers are probably going to retire pretty soon. Our offensive line is going to get old, except for the 2 rookies. Our defense is old, but we still have Elvis Dumerville, who's still working on his hidden development, which is 468 out of 500 on the downs he's played. So I'm guessing his is Star. I'm not 100% sure. We should be able to find out in this episode what it is. I think it's Star development for him. We've also got Warren Sapp, John Abraham, who I'm excited about, but both of these guys, well, Warren Sapp's a lot older than Abraham, but Abraham's getting up there in age. Zach Thomas, Superstar X Factor, is still pretty old. Our defense is really old, which we knew going into this whole series because I drafted it that way to try and win now. But we'll see how it goes. A lot of guys are going to retire. Drayton Florence with Star X Factor at 25 years old. He got that in the episode before last episode, but I mentioned it at the beginning of last episode, I'm pretty sure. So he's gonna hopefully develop even more at 75 overall. But we got some work to do in the off season, in the drafts coming up. We've got some work to do to fix this team, because we are 72 overall, 75 offense, 69 defense. Nice. So it's going to be a work in progress. But let's get straight into this game against the Jets at home. It looks like it's a Sunday night, Monday night game, one of those 2. So hopefully we can get this W. We really need it. I need a boost to my momentum and to my mental health with a victory against a team like the Jets. So make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. Let's go play the Jets. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, getting the ball first to start this game, we need to, like always, start off with some huge momentum and score a touchdown to get my boost, my confidence up. But you know the little intro thing when I was loading into this game? I heard from the little PA announcer guy that does the little intro for Madden when you load into a game. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? He said that this was Halloween night, I'm pretty sure. So that's pretty cool. We were playing a game on Halloween. I don't know if it's Sunday or Monday, but we are playing a game on Halloween, so awesome. And speaking of awesome, LaDainian Tomlinson, the blocking from those wide receivers was unmatched. And we scored a touchdown right away. That's the kind of start you want to see. The Jets did come back and score. So this is probably going to be a high-scoring game, which I never like to get into. But Terrell Owens, when you got a guy like Terrell Owens, you only need one play. And you got another touchdown. We're back up by 7, boys. All right, I realized that I never showed you guys the roster, which you guys are probably pretty curious who's on the Jets, because we haven't played them yet. So Mark Bolger is their starting quarterback. He's 81 overall. Then they got Amon Green and MJD, who they drafted this year, as their 2 running backs. Wide receivers, Anquan Bolden, Mark Clayton, nobody really else to worry about there. Mark Campbell, their tight ends aren't anything to worry about. Offensive line is nothing special at all. Very, very bad offensive line. Defensive line, not the greatest. Linebacking core is okay. It makes it better now. They have DeMarcus Ware, who's pretty young. So I was going to say it's just average, but DeMarcus Ware bumps it up to decently good. Then their corners aren't the greatest, which is why we toasted them with LaDainian Tomlinson. And their safeties aren't the best either. So they really only have a good running back, a decent quarterback, one good wide receiver, and a good linebacker is really all that their team is. So hopefully we can use that to our advantage and toast them again here, because we are up 14-7 early second quarter. And I'm going to try and punch this in the end zone for a second time with LT, who's already got 106 yards. This could be a big day for LaDainian Tomlinson. Just like that day he got 300 yards. Did he get 300 yards or was it 290? I forget what he got, but he got a huge game last season, and it was all because he had like 100 and something yards, 150 yards or something in the first like quarter and a half. So maybe he can get that again. I don't know. Probably not, since we're already pretty deep into this game. But he could have a couple big runs, I guess. Throw it. What? I don't know if my controller disconnected or something. I press B. I promise you that. I press B. That's not good. So after that fumble in the last highlight, hopefully that doesn't happen again. I promise you I pressed B, but nothing happened. I don't know what. See, nothing's happening with the show-offs either. There we go. My controller's like delayed or something. It's weird. It's not usually like that. This game is not over by any means. 21-14. Early fourth quarter, handing off to LaDainian Tomlinson, and he gets tackled and rolls up to the 4. He's got 168 yards, so he's probably not going to have a huge day, like a record-breaking day, but it's still going to be a big day. I mean, anytime you get over 100 yards in a game. See, B's not working. I'm pressing B, and it's not working. I don't know what's going on. I promise you I'm pressing B, and it's not working. I wouldn't be making this stuff up. There we go. Finally, it's working. I don't know what's going on where sometimes it doesn't register for me. It's not sticky or anything. It feels good. But sometimes the button just doesn't register. Luckily, Antoine Randall gets open for a touchdown here. I keep force-feeding Antoine Randall touchdowns. I love it. It makes me happy because I love Antoine Randall. I feel like he's a very underrated wide receiver. But we're up by 2 touchdowns. Hopefully that's the game. I really hope so, because I don't want to have to stress and worry about the Jets. Stats on the day for the Buccaneers in our W against the Jets. David Garrard, 24 of 33, 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick, along with that fumble that I had in the one highlight, because for some reason, when I pressed B, it didn't work. But we're going to look past that because LaDainian Tomlinson had 30 carries for 209 yards and a touchdown. Another big day for the defending MVP. Hopefully on his way to another MVP back-to-back. That'd be awesome. Keyshawn Johnson had 8 catches for 68 yards. Terrell Owens had 2 touchdowns. Randall had 1 touchdown on his 1 catch. I just keep force-feeding him touchdowns. Drayton Florence had 6 tackles, which is awesome, along with Tolibanta Kane. We had 2 sacks, basically, on Mark Bulger. 1 for Tolibanta Kane, and then a split between Abraham and Pickett. We picked off Bulger 1 time with Tabucky Jones. Let's go, Tabucky. And we win 31-21. Never really in doubt, but I guess there was some times where I was a little bit frightened that we were going to choke this game away, but we end up having the lead the entire way and dominating this game like we should have, because we were the better team on paper and in the game. So that's how it should be. Now we got a rivalry game against the Saints where hopefully I can get some revenge and split the series 1-1 so that we at least stay ahead of the Saints in the division. That's the best possible outcome. So let's go see if we can make it happen. You know, ladies and gentlemen, when it's a big game, we got the all whites, even with the white shoes, because all whites mean it's a big game atmosphere, big game feel. It's the biggest game of the season, ladies and gentlemen. It is game 2 against the Saints, the biggest game, and I've already committed a penalty by throwing that in the pocket. Well, my number one option was Keyshawn, and he got covered right at the last second, so I couldn't throw it to him, obviously, without throwing a pick. I'm not throwing a pick this early in the game. I don't want to do that. LaDainian Tomlinson's got a milestone for his 30th career rushing touchdown, which is awesome. And that's going to be a nice throw. Well, not the nicest of throws, but a good enough throw to Terrell Owens to get him the ball, which is all that really matters. And Terrell Owens, or LaDainian Tomlinson, can't get another open hole. If we could just break free like we did last game at the start and get that huge opening, that's going to have to be a quick throw to Terrell Owens. I didn't want to throw that, but I had to because I thought I was going to get sacked there. We're going to run that same exact play because Randall L. actually got open on that play, I think. Did he get open on that? Oh, I can't tell. He wasn't open on that. Oh, that should have been a pick. Easy. Why didn't you pick that off? We're definitely going to have to look at quarterback in the future, or in the near future, because I don't think David Garrard's arm strength is there anymore. That throw didn't look the strongest. That throw is not the strongest either. We're going to need a guy that's got some decent arm strength to get the ball to our wide receivers when they're making nice cuts like that. And LaDainian Tomlinson, get in there, my boy. He got destroyed. Did you see him get absolutely leveled? That's 1,000 yards this early in the season, and you'll love to see that. Let's give it to Lorenzo Neal. Give him another touchdown on his career. You love a good fullback dive, and he gets in there to score the first touchdown of the day. But LaDainian Tomlinson got absolutely slapped on that play. I'm surprised he didn't fumble. It is a beautiful day in Tampa as we have a 7-7 game at the end of the first quarter here. I'm going to dump this to Tomlinson just for the easy first down because it was 3rd down, and we need to move on and get another touchdown. Another 3rd down and 6 opportunity. We are in field goal range, so, I mean, a field goal is not the worst thing in the world, but definitely not what we want because, I should have possession caught that. That is on me. I should have possession caught that. That's a field goal opportunity. That's a touchdown that I missed, too. Man, we knew going into this game that it would be tough. Saints up 14-10 on us. They should be a tie game, but I missed the drop because I should have possession caught it and not rack catched it. I thought I caught it. I should have known that he was going to get hit that hard because the way that the ball was thrown. But I just got confident. I got confident that I was going to be able to make that catch. And I'm going to dump this to Antoine Randall L. He's going to catch it for a first down, I think, right? 2-minute warning comes. That might be 2nd or 3rd and inches. I'm not sure. Oh, it's 1st and goal. Thank you. They gave me that one. I was worried they weren't going to give me that one. But I am going to hot route Terrell Owens for an in route the opposite way. He was running an out route. Now he's running an in route because I need to throw this right here and get the touchdown to take the lead. Because I got big brain. I got galaxy brain, boys. You forgot. I got galaxy brain. We can't let this game get too out of hand. It is already 28-17. Saints have the lead. We've turned the ball over a lot here. 2 interceptions from David Garrard. I think a fumble happened too. But there's a big one. LaDainian Tomlinson with the rush in. We're still in this game. We're not going to go down without a fight, that's for sure. It is 4th down and 3, and I'm going to be the crazy mad scientist here because I'm going to run this football with LaDainian Tomlinson. And I got it just barely as he trips. I cannot believe I actually got that. That was crazy. I was so nervous on that. I thought for sure I wasn't going to get it because you know how Madden likes to cheese you like that. So I'm just happy that I got it. And this is going to be a quick throw to Terrell Owens, touchdown. We take the lead right back. We will not lose to the Saints. We did it, boys. We held on for the victory. We finally beat the Saints. They've been a thorn in my side forever. We finally beat them. David Garrard went 19 of 40, 210 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Not the best day for David, but it got the job done nonetheless, so I'll take it. Running the football, LaDainian Tomlinson, 26 carries, 154 yards, a touchdown. Lorenzo Neal also had a touchdown as well. But when the passing game is not going that well, we can always count on LaDainian Tomlinson to have a good day, and he did again. 154 yards this day, or this game got him over 1,000 yards, so that's awesome. Then receiving, we had Terrell Owens, who had 110 yards on 8 catches, 2 touchdowns. Big day for him. Then on defense, we had Drayton Florence, who, by the way, had a superstar X Factor, or not superstar X Factor, had a development upgrade. He had to get, I think it was, he had to get some sort of tackle mark or something. So I think he got it with 10 tackles. I think he got it. I have to go back and check, but he should be a superstar now with his development. That's going to make him amazing in the future. He also had, how many tackles did he have? 10 with no tackles for loss, which is weird. We sacked, Jake Snake Plummer, 1 time with John Abraham. We picked him off twice, Torrey James and Zach Thomas. And we go back, now what is that, 6-2, 7-2? I think it's 6-2. With the final game of the episode against the Falcons, another division rival. I'm feeling good about this episode. We got 2 wins, which is what I wanted, and we definitely beat most importantly beat the Saints. Yeah, I'm feeling good about this episode, boys. Let's go play the Falcons. For the 3rd straight game, we are at home. We had 3 straight home games in this episode. I didn't even realize that, but it's true. We are going up against the 3-5 Atlanta Falcons. I think we played them once already this season. Earlier in the season. They have Troy Polamalu on their squad. I'm not sure who their quarterback is. I can't remember, to be honest with you, right now off the top of my head. But this is going to have to be a throwaway because they do have Justin Smith, who we're going to have to worry about, which I'm pretty sure was just the guy that tackled me there. We are going to have to worry about Justin Smith. He's probably going to cause some havoc for us in this game. I'm scared about. But as long as we can get these big runs every time with LaDainian Tomlinson, we are going to be fine. We're getting 10, 11 yards per carry on these runs. If our offensive line can push back that much and give us, look at this room that we're getting. We're getting 15, 16 yards per carry with LaDainian Tomlinson. We're just absolutely smoking these boys. I don't know what LaDainian Tomlinson had for breakfast. I don't know if he snorted a line of G Fuel or something. I don't know what happened, but he is smoking it. Our offensive line's killing it as well. Tomlinson's out for a much needed break. Tiki Barber's in. I'm going to have to throw this now. That's a risky one. And T.O. just got his hands on it, just barely, to deny Troy Polamalu that interception. That was a very risky pass. I was throwing on the run, which I never should do. That's another risky pass, but luckily Fourier got his hand in there. That's going to be a field goal for Sebastian Janikowski. Let's see if I can nail it. There it is. That should have enough power to it. And we take a 3-0 lead. It's not what you wanted to see. You want to see a touchdown, but hey, the lead's a lead. This game has been really just blah, like just ugly. There's not really been much happening. I mean, we scored 1 touchdown, but that was during simulation. And that's going to be on throw on the run that was absolutely horribly off target. This is just it's just an game, I guess. Not every game is going to be super exciting. It is 13-0, and LaDainian Tomlinson trying to add more to that. He's already got 102 yards. Well, I shouldn't say already because it's the third quarter, almost fourth quarter. But he's got over 100 yards, and now he's got a touchdown to add to that. I'm pretty sure LaDainian Tomlinson has scored a touchdown in every single game that we've played. I think he's got a streak going. I may have missed one game. I don't remember, but I'd have to go back and watch some of the games. But I think he's got a touchdown every single game. 4th and 1. The Falcons are on the 50, and I realize I haven't shown much defense. I know this is only a 4th down play, but I haven't really shown you a lot of defense in this game, so we might as well get some. There's a penalty. Is it a holding call, or what is it? Oh, it's a holding. That sucks for the Falcons. They had a huge first down that they just got, but they get it knocked away with that holding call. That's bad for them. That blows. I feel bad for them, but they got it anyway. I tried to get up there with Lynch. He wasn't quick enough. So we cruise to a easy win, which is what we needed. More confidence boosters. David Garrard, 23 of 38, 311 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Solid day, simple day. That's all we needed from him. LaDainian Tomlinson, another 100-plus yard game, 24 carries, 131 yards, and a touchdown. Big dog killing it. Terrell Owens, 11 catches, 171 yards. He was putting in the work today, which is awesome. No touchdowns for him, though. Fourier got a touchdown, though. On the defensive side of things, oh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, but Drayton Florence did get he achieved his upgrade for development. He's now a superstar development. I'm not sure if I mentioned that at the beginning or not, but he is now a superstar development. So Drayton Florence is absolutely killing the game right now. He's only 25. He should be huge for us in the future. Earl Holmes had 7 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. We had 3 sacks on Matt Schaub, Abraham, Pickett, and Thomas. We picked off Schaub 1 time with Torrey James. And we end the episode with 3 straight victories, which is exactly what we needed, a big confidence booster, and especially towards the end of the season, to keep our spot in not only in the NFC, but also in this division, because this division's pretty tough. So hopefully with these 3 victories, and especially 2 against division rivals, we can solidify our spot as the #1 seed. So in the next episode, we will play games 11, 12, and 13. Well, weeks 11, 12, and 13 of the season. We got 2 away games against the Bills and the football team, and then a home game against division rival Carolina. I'm not too concerned about these games, especially the Buffalo game, because they're 3-6, as you can see. The Panthers are 4-5, so they shouldn't be much of a challenge. I'm not sure what the football team's record is, but we'll find out in the next episode. But these 3 games should be easy, I hope. In theory, they should be easy, depending on how we play. As long as LaDainian Tomlinson has a good day, it really can't go wrong anywhere else. I wouldn't think, but who knows. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.